Hello everyone, in this video I wanna show you a pretty cool door. This is just this 4x4, which as of right now is probably the best 4x4 I've made. Now, if we're gonna look at the animation of this door, it's pretty cool. It's kind of fast, it's somewhat sync, and it's for what I like for the size, it's kind of small also. Now, this door opens in 0.55 seconds. It is a non-locational, non-directional, not input bugged, so you can activate it with like just a player input or repeater input, and it does not change the speed. Which is actually hard to think. No, this is annoying. That thing there. Oh, professional YouTuber moment. Visuals, false, blah blah. Now, it is a 14 wide, so if you wanna put this 14 long, 10 high, and 3 thick. So it actually doesn't matter which side you put on the outside of door. Now, for the materials, you will need 48 white concrete, which is just like the wall block. Well, this, you know. You need 45 solid wiring blocks, 17 transparent blocks. You need 55 dust, 44 sticky pistons, 12 redstone blocks, 10 observers, 8 repeaters, 7 targets, 6 note blocks, 2 lamps, and 3 comparators. In this order, but it doesn't matter. Now, you also need some weird stuff, 3 oak logs, 3 oak leaves, 2 cobblestone walls, and yes, they have to be walls. Fences or glass panes don't work, because cobblestone walls have a property that fences and glass panes don't have. I'm gonna explain that in that when we get there. You also need an input, and you also need a few containers. You need 1 furnace and 2 barrels, and you might say, why can't you just use 3 barrels? And you can, you totally can. Problem is that if you use 3 barrels, you will need like way more shovels. This is the cheapest configuration of items I found for this for the containers. Cause like if you use a normal barrel, you need, I believe, to fill it up like so. You need a certain signal strength, which I will get to there. Now, oh god, I don't need this now. So let's start with the building, I guess. You want to come to one corner, it doesn't really matter which one. You go 6 blocks in, then 1 to the middle, and then 2 blocks up. You can destroy all of those, and from here you can just continue. Like this is one edge, there's the 4x4 frame, and just make sure that this frame is as centered as possible. So you have 4 on each side. We do one obviously on this one there. Now, for the layout, you will have 2 double pistons here, 2 singles right here. Just place 2 pistons like this. Piston here, 2 here. You can remove this one, so it's just a support block, and just mirror that upwards. God, this is a mess. Yeah, and then just the same on this side, and then we're gonna mirror what we have on bottom. I'm just gonna place them here and remove those. This is the input, the layout. Now, if you're unfamiliar with how this works, I'm gonna also get some transparent blocks. I'm gonna power this and this closing. We're gonna have those immovable, those positions be immovable. They will be movable because like there will be a block like this, and now this one can't extend. But yeah, wait, I'm just gonna simulate in one corner because we're gonna pre-power those 2 positions as well. And then it's just, we're gonna unpower this. And then as you can see, this extends, this but updates, because this was powered like this one, but can't extend. And you just unpower this at the same game tick with some block of delay. Means basically it happens visually at the same time, but the game processes it after this, meaning we can actually get a pseudo zero tick here. And the same happens here. Meaning that, just to showcase, this block here will instantly move to there, which is kind of cool. Yeah, and then the rest is just some very simple traction, and then here we would retract through here, but yeah. This is the thing. Now, let me grab just like some of the stuff. This is for now. And we're gonna place those two. And any of those can be the input. Just gonna use this one. And you have a transparent block, then here 3 normal blocks, 1 up and another up. If I'm not mistaken, no, there's not another up. We need a transparent one here and a solid block here. Because what we're gonna do, the first move is power this piston, because that has to extend first and retract first. No bad, so we just hooked it up to the line. And the next thing is we need to unpower this piston with the correct delay, so that it is like extends upwards like this. And we're gonna do this with a piston right here and a redstone block right here. And we're gonna place 2 blocks like this, like the Tetris piece. Put redstone as the top of there and block up node block, piston, and boom. And this does that move. So now the next thing after that I'm gonna bubble here is retracting this instantly, which is actually easier than you think, because we have this piston here and that in this position we can have used to get more bed, which I'm gonna do, just put another piston here, because you need 3 bed between this piston turning off and this piston at this position turning off in this constellation. For this one, to reliably zero take with 2 bed, it is locational, and more bed works, but it's unnecessary. Now you have this here and we have a block here, and the problem is we're gonna power this obviously here. Let's say we have this situation. We have a redstone block here and we power this redstone block. Yes, this works, but at the retraction this does this, and this actually isn't good because now this can update, which is bad. So we're gonna put a piston here and a normal block here, because they're actually like, if you're wondering from where this would get an update, I'm going to quickly show you. Like this. So we retract this, and then we do this and this, and then for this move here, like this last move probably would not update, but this move here will certainly update. So we can't have a block here, and we're just gonna power this with this repeater. We can't have this here, so we're gonna lock this with the first barrel and just put any item, literally anything works. And this locks this repeater from turning off. Now to power, like to update this one, we need also another block here. And that's the very first quarter, the first part. Now I'm also gonna go into the bottom really quick, which is like the last retraction here, which is a piston with a log and a leaf, like this. And this is actually a falling edge and not dual edge, because we instantly power this piston over this line here, and then we also instantly unpower it from here, but because it gets powered and put like technically with 1 bed between, so like this powers from here and then 1 bed later it unpowers, it never like unpowers, because it is like from process point it's always powered. And, or at least I think that works that way. Don't quote me on that. But what is important, if we like turn off, this will turn off, and then this piston will start retracting. It won't immediately power it back on again, so it will. Great. We don't need it anymore, anyways. It will be unpowered for a brief second, will retract and then extend right again. You see, and that's actually enough with this to make this happen. So let's do the same thing on the other side. Transparent block, 3 blocks over, 1 block up. Transparent block up, and like this to power this piston, and that part is done. Then put a redstone piston with a redstone block right here, Tetris piece and a blocker. And this I think is obviously why we need that here, the blocker. And we're gonna go 1 up, and update this piston with this, and boom. Then we need a free bed, which we're gonna get from here with a sticky piston. Another block here, another piston here, a normal block here, power repeater, powering this repeater, and I'm just gonna put the NPT thing here, because with creative, if you have something in here, like you're gonna put this here, and then we're gonna STRG, like control, I think it's on Mac, but I don't know if it works. It's STRG in Windows, and then you pick it up, you have an NBT, the NBT value copied, and that is pretty handy for stuff like this. Yeah, and if we put this here, no, we need to still do the last pulse. So this here, and no, this, I don't know where this repeater comes from. I'm gonna place this here, and I need a lock. Boom. And observer, like this. And this does this. Now what you can also do is also power the middle two here, and for this, actually those no blocks here have dual double duty, because we just read them out and power them into those pistons, and that's this done. You can now could cover it up. I'm just gonna do this to illustrate. Now the top, which is quite a bit more dumb, because we're gonna go up with a transparent block here, two transparent blocks like this, and the solid like solid block. This is a wall block anyway, but it doesn't really matter. You react with a target and update with a no block. So you can see this instantly powers this piston from both edges. So now it is the annoying part where we're gonna place because the top actually isn't the same. There's quite a few differences. And I have a block repeater on top here. This block will change, just be aware of that. And we have two blocks like this, and one here, and transparent block here and here, and then we're gonna go up. And also this one is subject to change. Yeah. Now, what do we know? Exactly. We now have to, like, cause this, if we power this now, this would obviously not power it, I would have to update this first. And the way we update this is we have a target block right here, because we actually need like a bed chain for the retraction of, like, on the bottom position. We just abuse the bed chain we have from there, here, like this. And this sends up an update just at the right time. Like so. But it doesn't retract yet, so we need the bed. In the bed we're gonna go get this from here. And this is where the furnace comes in. I will just grab the furnace. You again need one unstackable and two stackable to 16. And this is enough, just enough signal strength for those to reach. And we're gonna put dust here and here. And that does a lot of stuff already. But as you can see, it's not enough bed for this to retract the block up. And it's because this is only two bed. And how on earth are we gonna get more, right? And that's something I actually struggled with quite a bit, but I found something. Cause I'm gonna destroy this redstone block for now. We're placing a redstone block piston right here and right here. This is a really, like, this is actually kind of cool, because this line powers instantly, and this one, from the powering perspective, has only two block events of delay. However, and calling block event delay is a bit weird, but I'm like, I have a habit of calling it this way, so yeah. Just be cautious. Now, what also you have to be aware of, this is a transparent block, so even if this, like, if with this redstone block right here, this would not go downwards. So this is a kind of, like, this really neat and useful here. And that means this piston actually unpowers with 1 block event delay. 1. Which, if this doesn't say anything to you, so we have this unpause with 1, so it adds the second and it adds the third. So it's actually enough now for this block to be retracted, as you can see. But as you can also see, now the top block doesn't retract in time. And for this, we're just gonna go right here and place the repeater right here, like this. Now this block is retracted. And for the final retraction here, this is actually need to remove this redstone block again. Then we get a stone wall here. And we can place an observer right here. And put our redstone block right here. And you may think, from what does this get an update? And I'm just gonna show you. So you can see, this cause this gives an update if the top block on top changes. And that's what we abuse here. And we're gonna remove this for now. Put an observer right here. And take back. So this is this side done. Now this side works very similarly to this side. We have a target here, no block here, and a dust line like this. And the fact that we also power this right here with a 1 tick is the same. And like this. Again, here those are subject to change, those blocks here and this block here. But yeah. And essentially we do have the same here. And we don't actually, because like we don't have bad here and but this now this we have the same problem if we do this. This bone is powered with a 1 tick like this is. But now we update it at the correct time. And this is one of the problems that was like the very end, because the store was redesigned a lot to be non-locational. So even though it was finished, that was a problem. And actually this specific thing wasn't that hard. Just put a lock here and a leaf here, and then power this over target. This is a really cool little thing. Now, this powers correctly. And also does the retraction here. Now we need to keep it on for longer. But this is a 1 tick. And how on earth are we gonna reach this piston? Right? This piston, there's a leaf here, there's a comparator here, there's a dust here, there's the repeater here. Heck, there's only one side where we could even go through. And this is this repeater. But we can't power this dust line, because then that would mess up other stuff. Because like onto this line there is some other stuff connected. And basically this is where I was stuck for a bit, but I found something, and that something is that we need a target right here, and 2 blocks like this right here, dust here and here, and another piston right here, like this. And that needed to be like a transparent block for later, but because this does actually do the retraction. And the final retraction, we will do, actually I don't remember how did we do, oh, on the other side, yeah. We have the stone wall, we have here, we have just here and this block retracting does that. So we have an observer on this here, and this is why this has to be a transparent block, so that it doesn't get an observer pulse. That would be bad. And I mean, oh wait, I actually have an idea. I guess you could remove this if we have this as a comparator. Oh well, it's kind of not necessary. Because comparators are more expensive than just having one transparent block. Because you could just use an oak slab. Oh well. And this does this. Now those pistons, which those are a pain. So very first thing is, which was like conscious decision for me with the sides, how do I power this back? Because yeah, while I do have room here, it's not easy. And ideally I would want to power them for 2 tick. Like, for example, like this. This is just an example, but this kind of breaks a lot. And that's because now those here get updated at 1.5, but this actually power at 2. So the scheduling there is a bit weird. Basically, we can't have this. This has to be extend later. But the latest we can have it retract really is with 2 ticks. So how do we do that? And that's actually quite a cool idea I had. So if we have a piston here with a target that pushes down, that adds the extension time here, so it adds to gain ticks, and those makes it actually extend reliably. Now this one also powers, but this wouldn't happen in the actual door due to the other side also powering. So this is why I said that this blocks here would be subject to change because it's a piston. You also need like one transparent block here. I'm not actually sure if it doesn't need to be transparent, but the material list told you so, so follow the material list. The material list knows everything. Like this. And now we just need a bed so that those will track to here and here. And the bed, we're gonna get to a transparent block, and this time it's needed definitely here. And we have a redstone block right here. And this actually gets powered instantly, so this only adds 1 bed. So we need to have it be on because it gets powered through. There's no block in this position. So it actually is 1 bed, because even though this turns off over this, it also turns off over this, so I believe it would be actual location how much bed this is. Doesn't matter, we're gonna get the bed in a different way anyways. And that different way is with this right here. This piston we're gonna power with a solid block right here and a transparent block right here. And this needs to be solid because we can't have this connect to this, because that would power this. But power this at update. And because the signal updates like turns off with bed, it would ruin the entire door. And that's the same reason why we have a glass block right here. Because we can't have this piston being powered. And this actually does the retraction of those blocks. Well, okay, it would have done the retraction if I actually put a block there. I'm actually so smart. As you can see, it did the retraction. So let's do that on the other side as well. Put a block here, glass here, and this on top. Then this right here. Solid and glass and just connected. And okay, how do we power this? We need to somehow retract this, and from this side we can really reach. From this side also doesn't really seem possible, so how? That's actually the last few entities, things. Those are not transparent blocks, those are observers, which detect those being unpowered by this redstone block. And this is what does the last retraction with 3D ticks of delay or second game ticks. Fuck. Don't destroy observers though, that would be bad. The door. Now you could fill all of this in. Yeah. This is the door, and it's not imperfect, because, and I want to actually talk about the imperfect real quick, because technically this, without this piston here, it would be imperfect, but because like this and the redstone block, like piston components and like this tile tech component power after the same thing from the same line, I should say. From the input line, but because this is kept held on. By this piston, it actually turns off without the input bug. So that's pretty like the useful figure here. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, if you did, thanks for watching. If you like, and I'm sorry for taking a break along. I don't break again. I was first busy with school and then I got sick, and I hate winter. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.